I know
steps do you go through to evaluate? You know, you look at Drupal or whatever. You say, okay, I want to implement this, but how does it handle? How do I, you know, how do I just how do I incorporate that idea of having the user or user-generated content?
Let's do a very specific example. You want to use Drupal to build a social network, and people are going to upload their pictures.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with assessing a CMS based on the fact that you want to use it for more than just corporate publishing?
Well, let's just put it this way. I want to build a site like Facebook.
Right. And which CMS is better? So Christian, what would you do in assessing that situation?
Well,
You've done it.
First of all, I tell you, don't build a site like Facebook. But no, the user-generated content is one of the many factors that you would need to consider when choosing which CMS you're gonna use, because there's some that are going to be better than others, and there's also, like you're saying, third-party tools that you could possibly plug in if you already have an incumbent CMS that you need to use. So, I mean, there's no really good answer, but yes, there's going to be technology, architectural reasons why one is going to be better than the other, and mostly that's related to, is it a publishing platform or is it a runtime platform? Is the CMS on the actual content delivery system itself? And that is important because when a user uploads the content, it needs to go into the system. And if you have the delivery platform separated from the management platform in a very with a hard wall between, it's hard to get the content from the website back into the management platform. So there's some architectural things that you would need to understand about the content management system to determine if it's going to be a good fit or not. But after that, you're looking at what kind of features does it have. Most of the time, there's not going to be any UGC functionality kind of turnkey. You're either going to need to use a plugin or you're going to need to plug in a third-party tool to be able to help you do that.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, it's one of many factors, and I often tell people when they're deciding to choose one CMS or another, we used to do these spreadsheets. I have spreadsheets on my archive that are 500 line items long of all the features that you could ever want on a CMS, and you rank them and you weight them and come up with an answer. And now I do it much simpler than that. I try to understand what are your key business requirements, and then there's going to be a sphere of packages that will do a good job at those key requirements, and your best bet is to target those key requirements and target those packages and decide from that smaller universe of packages that address those key business requirements. Like if UGC is really important for you, then you should look at these 5. If you need e-commerce, or if you need digital marketing, or if you need some other key business requirement, focus in on those key business requirements and choose the packages.
So the wedge, basically, what is the key component of the business, and choose a platform that relates to that. That's great advice, instead of just broadly selecting it. So if you're going to do UGC, what platform does UGC better based on your research? Go with that, even if it might not have some of the other features that you want long term.
And probably UGC isn't the question. It's more community. That's probably what the question is. And there's going to be some platforms that do community better, and UGC will be a component of that community.